Hey guys, it's Vicki, and thank you guys so much for watching. As you guys noticed, I didn't upload any videos all weekend. I needed to take a break for myself. I was overwhelmed with, not with YouTube or anything like that. I was just overwhelmed with things that were happening in my life. The video that you're about to see was from Friday, October 19th. Me and Leon got into an argument, and I was just expressing how I was feeling and everything like that.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be true, we could be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying.
I just got off work. I'm walking to Walmart because I have to get diapers, and I'll probably go to Rentner's since I want to get stuff for dinner, and I need to get breakfast stuff for the kids tomorrow. Today wasn't too bad. I got to take orders and put the orders in to the computer, and as you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup because I didn't get ready in time, which I don't care if I don't wear makeup, but when you work in a restaurant, how you look kind of matters, especially when it comes to tips. Right now, me and Leon aren't really on good terms for him to come pick me up. Instead of asking him to come pick me up or whatever, and plus I got the car keys. But the way things are between me and Leon, I don't see things are going to change, and I don't want anybody to be like, oh, well, you know, you were trying to live a lifestyle that he wanted, and I don't want anybody to bash him for that, because that wasn't us doing like the RV thing or the camping thing was not his idea. That was my idea. Us being polyamorous, that was not his idea, that was mine. So for people to assume that I was trying to live a lifestyle that he wanted, that's not the case. That was all mine, all my idea. So if anything, he was trying to make me happy in living the lifestyle that I wanted. He's not a bad guy. He's not a bad father or anything like that. So for people to assume that he did something wrong, he didn't do anything wrong. It's just that we're two different people, and the things that we want from each other or the expectations that we have from each other is not meeting up to those expectations from the other person. And I know there's some things that I need to work on, and I already told you guys that before. Like, a lot of the issues that I'm dealing with myself it stems from my childhood, and a lot of the things that are affecting me have spilled over to how I parent the kids, and kind of is the consequences of how they act and their behavior and everything towards me and him, and I own that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem owning that, because I am still dealing, like, I'm still not dealing with it, but like, I'm still learning from it, and I'm still learning from it, and I'm still trying to adapt to it. As your kids get older, you start to understand that what you want and what you expect from your kids, or what it is that you try to control when it comes to your kids, you can't really control. As they get older, they become their own person, and they have their own beliefs and their own opinions about how life is, and I'm starting to understand that the control that I want, or the control that I have over my kids, is not the same as what I expected, especially now that they're not babies anymore. Like, I'm not dismissing how he feels. I'm not dismissing how the things that he expects or anything like that. But right now, I don't have the luxury to worry about the petty stuff. Of course, there's some things that I don't like about him or the things that he does, but it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm gonna nitpick about it or complain about it, because honestly, we're not in a position to worry about those things. I need to focus on the kids and our living situation. And, you know, I just don't think we're at a place in our relationship to where we both want the same things out of life. And you know, he feels like I don't care, but I mean, it's not to be ignorant or disrespectful or to be dismissive of how he feels or whatever, but like, honestly, I don't care because I don't have the luxury or the opportunity to care about how I feel in this whole situation. I can't afford to, if that makes sense. I can't afford to sit here and process how I feel and process how how I think about the whole situation. I just don't have the time. My focus is on the kids and making sure that the kids are good and trying to get a place for the kids to be happy. And I'm just not in a good place to worry about what he wants out of me, if that makes sense. I don't have the time to worry about the kids, worry about finances, and worry about the goals that I want to achieve. I don't have the time to focus on what he wants on top of that and what he expects out of me or the things that he wants me to change. And I just don't have time, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to sit here and stress myself out more than what I'm already stressed out about. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the kids for me to be stressed out or to be upset about something that I have no control over. The only thing I can control is myself and the things that I do and say. And I feel like no matter what I do or say, it's never good enough. So it's like, why even try or why even bother? We talked about it and we worked through whatever issues that we were having at the moment. Usually our arguments are over petty stuff. And I know you guys know with his disability and everything, you know, it's kind of hard for a man to work and provide for his family for over a decade and then to have to stop because of his health. He's gotten help up here to help with his disability to the point where he's able to manage, you know, the pain is manageable to the point where he's able to bend over, he's able to walk. Before he was walking with a cane, it got so bad to the point where he was walking with a cane. The medication that the doctor had him on was to block the nerves, the pain nerves in his hip and his back, and it wasn't working. So he was able to get see another doctor thanks to a program that's out here. I believe it's called OVR, and their mission is to help disabled people that don't qualify for disability, but they're still disabled. So he was denied for disability, and we could have reappealed and everything like that. But Leon he's a workaholic. He's not the type of guy that likes to sit around and not do anything. He wants to work. I always swore, like, you know, sometimes things happen for a reason, and, you know, sometimes always thinking about it as in myself, like I'm supposed to learn something, I'm supposed to go through something, and now I'm starting to understand that it's not for me, it's for him. My hand was starting to hurt. I think I mentioned this before, but I think I have carpal tunnel in my arm, my right arm, and my arm has been like killing me, and I know I should go to the doctors, but I'm always focused on everybody else before myself. We've grown a lot in our relationship. It's a lot of things that we had to hold ourselves accountable, and that was something that I want to say in 2016 when I was pregnant, before I got pregnant with Araya, our goal for the year was to hold each other accountable and hold ourselves accountable. Every year, during New Year's or whatever, we always come out with like one word that would be like our mission statement for the whole year. And for 2016, accountability was like major for us. and we both dealt with a lot of things that we didn't want to deal with. And ever since then, like, holding ourselves accountable and holding other people around us accountable, including each other, has been like basically a harsh reality. Sometimes we don't want to look at ourselves in the mirror, and sometimes we don't want to admit to the type of person that we are. I had to explain to Leon numerous times that, you know, when I say things or I do things, it's not to make you feel any less than. It's not to make you feel shameful or guilty, or to make you think I'm belittling you or degrading you in any kind of way. But sometimes he doesn't listen. When we argue, he doesn't really listen to what I'm saying. Like, once he's in that mode, like in that mindset, it's basically whatever I say is the opposite of what I'm trying to get my point across. In some areas, he feels like me doing the business and the blogging and social media marketing and YouTube equates to me being lazy and not doing anything. But that's because he doesn't see the amount of work that I put into it. He doesn't see me researching. He doesn't see me talking to people about the company or anything like that. He doesn't see me sitting here for hours editing. Like, he sees me doing it, but he doesn't see, like, he doesn't stand behind me and watches what I do the whole time. So to him, he equates it as me being lazy and I don't do anything else. Whereas that's not the case. If you do YouTube, you understand how much work goes into this. And if you have a blog, you know how much work goes into it. And if you have your own business, especially like online marketing or direct selling, you use social media to market yourself and to promote yourself. And the shit's not easy. And it is a full-time job. It is more than a full-time job. And then when you do it from home, then then you're a parent, and that's a full-time job in itself. He feels like, you know, sometimes I don't discipline the kids, but as I mentioned before to you guys, you know, a lot of my past trauma in my childhood has affected how I parent, and some of the ways that we both want to parent is different and it's clashing with each other. His parenting style is old school, you know, yes ma'am, no man, no talking back, no disrespectfulness, you must listen at all times. If, you know, you can't say what to an adult. That's how I was raised too. You can't interrupt adult conversation. You have to say, excuse me, basically like basic manners. But his form of discipline is physical, and I'm not, and yelling. He likes to yell a lot. And growing up, that's just how I was raised too. And so I didn't realize it before, but I realize it now that it causes anxiety in me. The yelling, the physical discipline, the smacking and everything. Like, I don't want to be that parent to hit my kids. And then the kids are also getting older. They're a lot older than they were when they were babies. If I look back when I was in high school, like when I was upset and I had bad anxiety, and now I know it's anxiety. When I had the anxiety, my first reaction was to lash out or hit somebody or throw something. As fucked up as it sounds, it's basically what I was taught. Like, nobody sat and told me like that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I saw. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't want to be that parent, and it's kind of difficult for Leon because in his mind he thinks I need to be like more harsher, and in that sense, because if you really think about it, if you see how we are on a day-to-day basis, Leon's the spoiler. When he used to get paid every Friday, he would go and buy the kids whatever they wanted, take them out to eat, and I was the opposite. I would tell him, no, they don't deserve that shit. Don't reward them for being bad. Like, that's not how it's supposed to work. So now things are a little different, and he understands my point of view on how the kids' behavior is, and they're not bad kids. They're really good kids, you know, and a lot of the things that they're struggling with is because of my fault. I basically spoiled the shit out of my kids. And I didn't spoil them with things. I spoiled them with like attention and affection and conversations and playing with them and doing certain things with them. I didn't spoil them with things. I just was never that type of parent. So like the parenting kind of like flip-flopped, and now he's seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm the one that wants to spoil the kids, and he's the one that's like, no, they don't deserve that shit. So it was like, it was kind of like clashing each other, but now we understand that the girls are getting older, they're about to hit puberty, so like the conversations that we have with them has to be different, you know what I mean? Like there's no just yelling, and it has to be beyond that, because I don't want my kids to feel the same way I felt when I was growing up, because I got hit for certain things that I did. I mean, some things, I'm not gonna lie, I was bad as fuck. I mean, I did some fucked up shit, but I think what I was looking for as a kid and what I tried to express to them was communication. And I even tried that, like, when I tried to commit suicide, and, you know, they make you do, like, family counseling and everything. And I've even said that, like, why can't you just communicate with me? I'd rather you talk to me than hit me. My parents did what they could with what they had and what they understood and how they could raise me. And I didn't even look at it like this. His mom's the one that was like that, you know, your parenting style is different because you're more book smart and street smart. And you had just to figure out everything on your own. Like, you didn't have anybody to really tell you, this is how you're supposed to live in a house. Like, this is how you like how you keep your home and how you raise kids, because that's not something that you were exposed to. You were never home. Like, you didn't have nobody around enough to tell you what it was. And when she said that, like, it kind of made sense, because, you know, I was a homebody, but when I was home, I was reading books all the time. So I wasn't reading, like, I read some fictional books, but it was, for the most part, I was reading, like, skincare product books, like how to, you know, take care of your skin, and business books and art books and, like, education, like things that were educational and self-motivational kind of books. And even then, when I was a kid, I was into, like, witchcraft, and I was into, like, self-help stuff and everything like that. So, like, and then when I wasn't home, I was in the streets, hanging out with people, and I learned how to maintain myself in the streets. Whereas Leon, he grew up in-house. He lived in the suburbs, in the country, in the woods. And he was always home, and he was always forced to clean and cook and take care of his cousins. And so that's where we're the opposite in how we see things. Like, I have more strengths in financial situations, and when it comes to hustling and trying to make money and try to make a way, that's where I have the strengths. And then when it comes to, like, the home and the kids and everything, Leon has better qualities in that area. And when his mom said that to me, I was just like, you know what, she is right. Like, the roles that we were trying to portray all these years were clashing with each other, because as I was learning to be a wife and a mom and stay-at-home mom, they weren't coinciding with what Leon was expecting. And, you know, he thought he would teach his way, and his way was clashing with me, because I was thinking of it as in a survival way instead of in a comfortable way, because we lived comfortably. I think he was so focused on other things and the negative things that he didn't know how to put it into words on how to express what it was that really was bothering him. And then even Leon said this, his mom said the same thing to him, and she said that, you know, sometimes you don't really listen, you just hear what you want to hear, and then you go run with it. You know, I tried to be the level-headed one, and I tried to be compassionate and understand his point of view of the situation, whatever it is that we're arguing about. And me and Leon never argue. Like, we're the type of people that don't argue. We're more of the people that will communicate and talk and discuss things before we have an argument about whatever it is that's building up. And that's just how we are. Like, we don't argue. I don't like arguing because, like I mentioned, I have really bad anxiety, and my anxiety will push me to the edge to where either I'm going to get hurt or somebody else is going to get hurt, and I don't like that. And I try not to allow myself to get to that point. I think being here helps Leon see where he needs to work on with himself. I think that's what the issue was that, you know, he couldn't control this, where we're at, because he doesn't want to be in Pennsylvania. The kids don't want to be in Pennsylvania. And he couldn't control being here in this situation. He can't control his disability. He can't control anything else that's going on. And so, like, he figured if he would focus on the things that I was doing or not doing, it would make him feel better. I don't know, but all I know is that I was just so over it. Like, I'm tired of talking about this, and it's not even the conversation. Like, it's funny because, like, I felt like he was bringing up stuff that we already went over and already changed about it. And he was saying, like, I wasn't doing it. But then when I dug deeper, it was nothing about what he even said. You know, my life is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Leon's not perfect. Our family as a dynamic is not perfect. I even contemplated on even if I was going to share this or even upload it. But I feel like if I don't upload it, then I'm reneging on what I said I was trying to do for my channel, and that's being honest, transparent, and vulnerable. And everybody's going to have their opinions. Everybody's going to think whatever they want to think, because you're not going to see the whole thing. You're only going to see a portion of my life. You're not going to see the whole behind the scene things of what the work that me and Leon put into to make things right, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly come on here and tell you guys that, so that you guys are not like kind of confused about what you're looking at, because I don't want anybody to say anything negative. But you know, people are going to say anything negative that they want, because they always have this idea, or they make assumptions about my life and they don't live in my shoes. So yeah.
Laws of physics that this time has.
You're so pretty, baby.
I don't need this kind of training. I need to learn how to be
Say cheese.
What do you think you mean?
Cheese.
Running so fast you would stop a tsunami, or vibrating something bigger than a plane, or
Hey guys, so I'm back. I've been back for a while. I just haven't vlogged. The girls are at their grandparents' house for the weekend. I'm making chicken nuggets and french fries. That's what he wanted. So I figure I'll make it for everybody. So, hold on. Let's do this. Here we go. So yeah, I don't have to work tomorrow or Sunday, so it's just gonna be a free weekend. No. Oh crap. So yeah, I don't have to work Saturday or Sunday. I have to work Monday and Tuesday, but I don't work until Monday night and Tuesday night. So it's gonna be like kind of an easy week. And then the start of a week, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like after that. I keep forgetting I have to sign up for something on for my job to get my schedule. But I guess this weekend is going to be me studying the menu, because that's the main thing I need to focus on is the menu, because I pretty much have everything else packed down. It's just figuring out the menu and what's available on the menu. And my boss was like that on Monday and Tuesday when I work for the dinner shift. He's gonna have me trying out alcohol, and I don't drink, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, usually they, like, the first day I had tried out like the appetizers, and then today I had tried out the lunch combos for work, and then Monday and Tuesday I'll probably try out like the dinner meals, like the dinner combos and everything like that, whatever they have available, plus alcohol. I'm kind of nervous because I never did alcohol before.